We explain the impact of Greek philosophy. One of the most important contributions of classical age Greece is the body of work they left behind. On philosophy and government and math and science, we've discussed tyranny, oligarchy, aristocracy, and monarchy amongst the Greek structures, but we need to take a closer look at their discussions that surrounded the nature of government and the nature of learning and education. Philosophy is defined as an organized system of rational thinking. Early Greeks were trying to explain the nature of the universe and find out its governing laws. Pythagoras believed the universal language of truth could be found in music and math. By the 5th century BC/BCE, many Greek philosophers had turned this discussion away from nature to the nature of humankind. One of the first in this field was Socrates. Socrates believed that contained inside of every mind was all of the knowledge of humankind. A good teacher was not someone who filled your head with ideas, but someone who showed you how to unlock the old knowledge that you already possessed. And the way to unlock that knowledge was through questions and answers. Through this method, known as the Socratic method, he encouraged his students to examine everything before making conclusions, to think for themselves. He didn't charge for his teaching because he believed education was important for personal improvement. After the Athenians lost the Peloponnesian War, they were looking for someone to blame, so they blamed Socrates for corrupting the young men of Athens and questioning the war, and he was made to drink poison. One of Socrates' students was Plato, who himself was concerned with the nature of man and reality. Against Socrates, he taught that only an educated mind can fully grasp the ideals that are needed to see the full picture of reality. Unlike Socrates, Plato said those who remained uneducated could only see the physical world for what it was on the surface. He described this in his allegory of the cave. In his Republic, he argued that government should be trusted to those who see the whole picture of ethics. He named them the philosopher kings. The warriors of society can protect society, and the commoners can provide the state with goods by working. In Plato's society of virtuous behavior, women would have an equal place at the table. One of his students was Aristotle, who had studied at Plato's academy for 20 years. Aristotle disagreed with Plato that the surface level had nothing to offer. Through scientific method and observation, he argued that you could determine the essence of all things by adding the surface level. He was the teacher of Alexander and taught Alexander to see the connectiveness of all things.